We'd like to thank our supporters, OG Haulage
and Coolridge Heating and Air Conditioning for their ongoing and continued support of our podcast and helping us make this possible.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome back to Get Outdoors, the podcast that wants to get you off the couch. What's on for today, Cam?
Don't know, mate. It's been a little bit of a up and down. It's been a little bit since we recorded.
Another week, another podcast?
Another week, another podcast.
Sounds good.
You know, just ticking along.
Give us some news, man.
Some news?
I reckon we need some news.
Well, news, the Australian Deer Association's just publicised that recreational deer hunters in 2026 will get access to 320,000 acres of more public land for us to hunt deer on.
That's pretty epic, mate.
Yeah, that's up around the Snowy and Erinaradun, or I'm not too sure. Do not quote me on how to pronounce that national park.
A bit like Mortimer's campground,
A bit like Mortimer's, yeah. I am dyslexic, so I read it that way. That's how it came out.
Hey, whatever works. As long as you can read it and tell people about it, then we're good.
Mate, it's a big win. I'm just hoping it's not just an election promise, because next year we're into our elections.
Oh, of course.
Look, the Australian Deer Association have come out. The GMA were really happy about it coming out as well.
GMA,
the Game Management Authority of
right.
Victoria.
Yep.
They also, recently I saw they were doing some spot checks on deer hunters and
Dartmouth.
campers around Dartmouth. Yeah.
Absolutely, and they reckon the majority of people were doing 100% the right thing.
Everybody's ticking the right box and doing what they need to do. So
that's pretty good news, that.
That's the thing. It's the people doing the right thing don't get publicised as much as the people doing the wrong thing.
No, but then for it to flash up on Facebook,
bang,
that they're doing
there it is.
And there's the good news behind it.
Yeah,
Instead of all this doom and gloom and anti-gun, anti-fishing, anti-everything, anti-fun people.
No, it's not the anti-fun. It's the idiots that wreck it for the majority.
Which in tune gives the anti-fun people more ammunition against it, doesn't it? And that shuts down every industry or thing that we enjoy doing.
It can if we 100%. Let it.
Yep.
So,
if we don't try and do the right thing and fight back doing the right thing, we lose what we've got. And
push the wins. I'm proud to say I'm an Australian Deer Association member. I'm a paid-up member.
That's it.
So my money is helping go towards these sorts of things as well, trying to gain us more access to the public lands.
Shooting licence.
Shooting licence, the game management licence.
Fishing licences.
Prospecting licence now.
Let's not get into it.
I've ripped the Band-Aid off and I've started doing that now too for a bit of a lark.
I need a licence for everything except for having kids,
you,
go figure.
You do, unfortunately, but hey, took the kid out, the young bloke out the other day. We went out looking for some gold, all we found were leeches.
Oh.
But yeah, it's the early days. It's a bit of fun. So
well, that's it.
Just starting out, a different bit of a hobby.
I've got a couple of people I know that are starting to get into prospecting as well, and I'm like, maybe I should have a look at that because it didn't cost you much to get into it, and it's time off the couch, isn't it?
I think it was $27 for a 10-year permit.
Okay.
So
and then a gold pan, a shovel.
A gold pan, a shovel. Mate, you could do it fairly cheaply.
What do you call the little bottle that you get?
A snuffer bottle.
A snuffer bottle.
A snuffer bottle, and I can tell you what, it's a fine art to work one of those suckers. I found what I thought were a few flecks, so I was trying to suck them up into this snuffer bottle.
Yeah.
And then Sarah watched me just squirt the thing up and squirt whatever I'd found out. Look,
air gold.
Oh, mate, I don't care. I'm not in it to make me fortune. I'm in it just for a bit of fun and something different
couch.
And get the kids outside playing around in another creek.
That's it. You know. Good reason.
Yeah, what about yourself? What have you been up to?
Not so long ago, we went back to our repeat offending spot of Port Welshpool.
Yep.
Dragged the caravan up there, met up with all the usual suspects again.
Yep.
That's sort of a once a year thing we do regularly. Girls all had swags out. We had the
caravan. New second-hand swags? The brand new second-hand?
My girls had the brand new second-hand 23 zeros.
Yep.
Another couple with their daughter had a King's one.
Yep.
Another family.
Can you smell that, listeners? It's a review coming up.
A review? Hey, that's a good idea. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
When it comes to swags, Cam, what's the number one rule with swags?
Tin's always better than canvas.
Tin. Yeah, that's a good point. Tin is always better than canvas. No, number one rule with swags, season them.
Yep. There's a big difference between a non-seasoned and a seasoned.
Well, it's either swimming or sleeping.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a massive difference.
And if they've got a good bathtub footprint on them too, you're in a pool.
That's it. That's it. You end up on your mattress floating like you're in a waterbed. Absolutely. No, we had the 23 zeros, and as I said, another couple bought a King's one for their daughter, and they had no idea to season it.
Yep.
Now we're seasoning, for any listener that's not sure,
salt, pepper,
a little bit of pork rub. I'm good with that. Set your swag up. Pull the mattress out, drench it within an inch of its life, and let it dry itself naturally. Do that 3 or 4 times.
It's something it does with the cotton, the fibres of the canvas.
It expands all the joins where the cotton stitching is, and it closes up on the right canvas. It closes up the weave in the canvas. It expands it, and because it dries naturally, it dries in that position. Every swag I've ever had or got, whether it's new or secondhand, seasoned it.
Yep.
Because you don't know what the previous owner's ever done with it.
Yeah, correct.
Except when it comes to really good canvas.
Yes.
If you've got a cheap canvas, it doesn't matter how many times you season it.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It will leak.
I've slept in a dodgy swag or two in my lifetime, and now that I've progressed, I'm seeing what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Better canvas.
But even with Kings, I noticed with their swags that we've bought an early model.
Yep.
Has a certain type of canvas. This new one that this other couple bought for their daughter has a totally different canvas. Again, it's a lot lighter, and it's actually more see-through.
Okay.
You know how when we were in our 23s, 2301s up at Mortimer's?
Yep.
When the sun came up, you could not see.
No, it was jet black inside.
It was still dark inside. Where
Except
were these?
mine that had the little solar light.
Yeah, well, only because you go hiking. Sun came up. You can actually see a lot of light through the canvas.
Yep.
So it's actually a different...
different weave or style of canvas weave,
It's a different type of canvas.
Yep.
It's a lot lighter. The stitching's not as tight.
Okay.
The threads are not as tight. And so that caused, when we had a shower... It caused her to have a bit of a puddle in the swag.
Now, the other question I have they looked at the overlaying flaps on the swags? I know there used to be a bit of an issue with the overlap, so moisture could push through the zip to some degree.
They've always had a decent overlap. They had a double overlap on them.
Yep.
I believe the biggest issue was with them now is condensation. Draws in like crazy.
Okay.
Draws in like crazy. So if anyone's ever going to buy a King swag nowadays, I would look at putting a tarp over the top or under a cover. So as a swag goes, they're great, but they're not an everyday outdoor by itself in the weather type of swag anymore.
Yep.
Because I believe they're a cheaper type of canvas.
They've gone to almost a mass-produced style.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Unit. Yep.
Which is a lower grade than what you would get with, I mean, there's that many brands out there now. But
there's many a brand out there now. You can get lost looking at them.
Oh, 100%. I mean, names that come to mind, 230, Darchie,
Colcan.
Burkham Wills, Colkine, I think they're called. Yeah.
Yep.
There's that many out there that you can choose from, but if you get one that's Australian made, you'll have Australian canvas, which is made for our conditions. Season it once or twice, it is done. That's it. You know you're going to wake up dry.
Yep.
Whereas as an entry level, Kings, great, put a tarp over it.
Yep.
Which kind of defeats the purpose of having a swag.
Where it brings us back to my relative point, though, tin over canvas is always a great night's sleep.
Well, that's it too. Hey, same as when we were up at Mortimer's and Molly.
Yep.
She had her swag inside the tent.
Yep.
There was no way she was getting wet.
Yeah. I used to do it in a garage even, so there's no issues.
Well, this is it.
It's that tin over canvas. Always works.
I mean, they've got the rubber floor, which is good, and I've seen the advertising where they throw it in a river and it just floats on top of the water. But I think the biggest issue is with that type of canvas, with your warmth inside and cold outside, it'll just draw it straight in. Yep. We've woken up in ours with a little puddle in the corner, and that was just condensation, though.
Yeah.
So you can deal with that.
I mean, that 23-0 that I've just recently got, my brand new second hand.
Yeah.
Mate, that was fantastic. It was different because I've always slept in the lay on top of the lay in.
The envelope style.
The envelope style.
Yes.
You've got the flap that comes up over your head.
Yep.
You're sleeping flat. You don't have a dome. There's so much room in that thing. It's not funny.
Well, this is it.
Like I chucked that that cheap Lucci torch. Well, it's not a torch; it's a solar panel lamp that you can blow up. There's a hook hanging in the top of it, so I had a light I could turn on and off.
Yeah.
So I set it up when I got it home the first night. Sarah and my young bloke were laying and rolling around inside it because there's that much room in there.
Yeah, that's it. There's plenty of room.
And it overlapped beautifully on my stretcher. So if it did rain, the water's not going to pool up underneath me on the stretcher.
90% run off the top of you.
It's running straight down onto the ground. Job done. So
that's it. And that makes a massive difference with stretchers, as we've talked about in the past.
Yeah.
Just making sure that your swag sits on the edge of the stretcher,
or
lets the water run
overhangs
off.
it to a degree, yeah.
100%.
So, yeah.
You can't go too wrong.
No, you can't. Hey, did you see my level of stupidity increase the other morning?
Which bit?
My trip up to Licola. I went for a quick jaunt up there to go and I spotted a gully system on Google I was intent on getting to. Got cliffed out on the way there though.
Oh, stink.
But it involved walking out to the river.
Right.
And I decided to do it first thing in the morning. I tell you, it'll wake you up quicker than a good strong coffee.
Yeah.
Crossing a bloody freezing cold river. When
Every
the ground,
time.
When the ground was frozen on either side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that woke me up. But
I saw in one of them you were talking about, I shouldn't have brought my sunglasses. There was no need for them.
Oh, no, that was the other day, yeah. I'd gone out for a bit of a prospect and having a look at some old spots.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I ran into the right person at the right time and actually managed to get myself some private access that I've been trying to get for years.
Okay.
And just coincidentally, he was there feeding his cows, had a quick chat.
Private access for hunting or for prospecting?
Prospecting and
Fishing?
access through into landlocked bushland.
Oh, righto.
So, yeah, quick conversation and a bit of an explanation on what you're doing, and it went a long way. I got my access, but, yeah, it was starting to look like it was going to get wet on the way in. I went in with my wet gear because I knew it was going to get wet.
Yeah.
Stick it out, I'll be outside in it anyway. And then, yeah, coming back out, yeah, the sunglasses, they were just hopeful because I was a drowned rat.
Hopes and dreams.
So, but, mate, getting up to Licola was amazing.
Yeah.
I took the gun for a walk again.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Was that when you were going
there was the footage,
the valley there?
the footage I shared
Yes.
up of that one sambar deer just off in the distance.
How far away would that have been?
Oh, it was over a K. It was a long way away.
As the crow flies?
As
or
the
if
crow
you walked
flies.
it?
As the crow flies, I
Yep.
reckon it would have been easily. They were 10 times powered binoculars that
Yeah.
I was trying to film through, and I was shaking like buggery.
What deer was it?
It was a sambar.
Oh, little sambar.
It was definitely a sambar. But I just could not make out hide nor hair if it was a stag or not.
Yeah.
The fact that it was a lot darker in body colour
Yeah.
and sizable leads it to it being a stag.
Yep.
The male of the species is generally renowned for having a darker coat and being slightly bigger.
Quick question.
Yep.
Side note. Would you debate a shot like that because of the hike to get it out?
I would not consider a shot like that because of the way I see that. That is well beyond my comfortable shooting range.
All right. What would be your comfortable shooting range?
The deer that stood up 40 metres in front of me and said, I don't know what you are, but I know I don't want to be near you, and just crept away because the wind was in my face. I was just moving slowly. I wasn't out on a meat run.
Yep.
If I was shooting one up in there because of how thick it was and the distance from my car,
Right.
I was going to be trophy hunting as such.
Yep.
I would be taking out choice cuts and the antlers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's that backpacking side of it. It doesn't tend towards meat harvest
Yep.
because you're kilometres away from your car
Yeah, exactly.
and crossing a freezing cold river again.
All right.
But
if you had a clear shot, you knew you'd get it, you knew you'd drop it, and you had a 3, 4, 5 kilometre walk out, would you debate the shot?
it would want to be a moose. It would want to be huge. Look, I'm also...
If you're taking choice cuts, backstraps.
Like I've said to you, you know how I said I enjoy deer, but I enjoy where deer take me?
Yep.
I also enjoy watching deer.
Oh, 100%.
I don't have to shoot every deer I see.
It's same as for me smashing foxes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to watch this fox jump, play, roll around, chase something.
Just don't let it
whatever.
out of range.
Exactly right. You start walking away, you're going to know about it.
Yep.
But yeah, look, Mother Nature's interesting as all get out, but
Yep.
being introduced species to Australia and being allowed to do what we do, is a different kettle of fish.
See, the other thing I would debate with where that deer was as well, that deer was on a very marginal area. The hike in to get meat and get an animal out it never phases me. I'll do multiple trips to and from the car if I have to.
Yeah.
But that's your day done. The whole thing about hunting is as soon as you squeeze that trigger, that's when all the work starts.
That's when the work starts, yep.
It's no longer the enjoyable hunt. Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but I don't have to shoot a deer every time I go out. And
no, that's it. But even to glass them and start seeing them and going, whoa, look at that stag over there.
Well, that was I almost had one jump into the side of my car on the drive in. That wakes you up too. I had that one.
No one said this.
On the road on the way in. I had the one that said, I don't know what you are, but I wanted to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then I'd glassed 2 or 3 up on the opposite face across the river.
Right.
Once I was up with elevation.
Yeah.
Because of how cold it was.
Yep.
That says to you that the deer are going to be moving for those patches of sun first thing in the morning. So you start learning these things as you start chasing them. You go, right, they're going to want to be in the sun as soon as it hits that side of that mountain.
Yep.
They're going to want to have a big rock behind them that's retained that heat of the sun from the day before. Right, so let's start glassing and picking this face apart, looking along the bottom of the rim rocks.
Have you ever heard of that book? What is it? Secrets of the Samba?
I might have all 3 sitting at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard about that years ago. An old mate of mine told me about it, and I'm like, I'd be into it.
Errol Mason has studied them very hardly.
That's what I mean. And you talking about that automatically brings me to the book.
Mate, there's a whole section in there on pallet and pallet sizes referring to their scat.
Yeah, right.
So it's
it's the nth degree of to do with samba hunting.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
But these are the things. It's those little 1% things that all add up to having something successful.
Yes.
You know, it can be. It doesn't matter what camouflage pattern you've got on. There's blokes that shoot them in jeans and flannelette shirts all the time.
Absolutely.
But they know where those deer are going to be, when they're going to be there, which way the winds are normally, which way is the best to approach.
Yep.
Where they bed, where they feed. They've spent the time and effort into these things to know where they are.
Investing in it, mentally and physically.
Yeah. I had a deer that I'd been watching grow for a few years in a little bush block, and I know the hound crews do get through there.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate, but everybody's legally allowed to do it. We're all public landowners.
Well, that's it.
So I was just hopeful. I'd had him broadside running at 25 metres once, and I'd had the gun in my right hand, and I never decided to lift. I just watched him because he still wasn't big enough in antler. He was closer to the car, but not big enough in antler.
Yep.
And I'd put the challenge to myself for some stupid reason in this patch of jungle, because it's not bush, it's that thick.
Yeah.
I was only going to shoot a standing, unaware deer.
Okay.
To really try and push myself.
Yep.
The only other time I had that was I had a shot opportunity. I took the shot. I didn't see the branch that was in front of the deer's neck.
Oh, man.
And I was kicking myself and circling out in radiuses in 2 metre increments through razor grass and tea tree, trying to find signs of blood to make sure I hadn't wounded her.
Yep.
But I was quite clear as I got out further and further, I'd found the branch that was across her neck, which is where I was aiming. The branch across her neck had copped the bullet. It deflected the bullet to the left.
Right.
No, to the left.
Okay, right.
It had hit another tree past that. Look, it's the ups and downs of it. I'll wear it. I love, and I reckon I shared that on Facebook years ago, and I kick myself still, but it was that one mistake. People aren't willing to show you their mistakes on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
They want to show you the perfect life, mate. I don't care. I'll put up my mistakes because they're learnings.
Any real hunter knows that there's always a mistake. There's always a hiccup somewhere. As long as it's not fatal, we're all good.
That's right. So, yeah, but, mate, it was great just to get up there and have a day and cross the river twice. But you know what? It's just peaceful. I got up, I got cliffed out. I could push lower. Time was burning and not against me.
Yep.
So it was the decide to turn around and head back out. But
is it Licola that's having the issues with the service station shop up there?
I think it was the shop. I think there's something there happening. I can't remember too much off the top of my head.
Closing it down or something?
I'm
gonna
not
do a
too
massive...
sure. It would be very hard for people if they did close the general store. I think that's part of the post office and everything as well.
Yeah.
So I honestly hadn't heard anything in regards to that. So
I'd heard a couple of bits pop up on social media, but I haven't heard anything about it since.
okay,
So
Yep.
might look into that.
yeah, that's something we could have a bit of a dig around on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, but what else has been happening?
Well, actually, mate, I wanted to bring up feedback I've gotten.
Feedback?
Have you got any feedback at all from listeners?
I've had some. Yeah.
What's been the points that you've had?
One of the fellows at work has told me that we should do an adults only one, which, it's something to look at maybe.
Start a
Not too sure.
Patreon. People can pay $5 a month and we can swear at them.
They can see our feet or something weird like that.
Only feet on podcast. Have a look at my foot.
I've had that. I've had a lot of parents that are enjoying it, listening
Yeah.
to it. They listen to it on the way to work. They're enjoying that sort of half-hour window.
Yes.
That was
Except for a couple of our specials that we have here and there that take an hour. But I mean, how do you limit something fantastic like Cape York that we've just done?
well. That's right. We've just discussed that one.
Coming up, your special on
Snake Island. Yeah,
stuff like that.
It's trying to give people that little bit of it, like we've always said the whole way. We're talking, we want people on that Wednesday of the week going, what am I going to do this weekend? And then, hey, let's put this podcast on. Hey, they went to Mortimer's picnic ground. Let's go there for an afternoon.
Yeah, just look it up on Google Maps,
Yeah.
type in Mortimer's and go from there.
That's right.
I had a bloke bail me up from work and
Yep.
he was telling me he's got, I won't release names or anything. A couple of blokes at work have talked to me about it, but one bloke in particular, he said he's got a couple of kids that have got special needs.
Yep.
So he can't camp or really go anywhere without being close to a hospital,
Okay.
purely because his kids are quite ill.
Yep.
Could have a fit at any moment, things like that. So he felt kind of inspired. He went out in the backyard, poured himself a drink and lit a fire in the backyard, sat around that.
Yep.
And he said it was something really different that got him off the couch not watching the TV. And I'm like, dude, if that's what you can do and it helps you unwind, rock it.
If you're doing that sort of stuff with your kids, I give my kids the one match challenge.
I know his
He's-
kids are teens and
Okay.
young adults,
Yep.
like early 20s.
Yep. Okay.
So another young bloke at work was telling me he's listened to the podcast a couple of times and he's come back and, it's actually inspired me to start looking around for things to do instead of sitting on the couch and wasting my days away. And I'm like, dude, do it. That's what we're doing this for.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole basis of this, is to
Yeah.
get people off the couch.
Absolutely.
People outside have better mental health.
Correct.
So it's helping you without even realising it.
And I mean, that's probably the biggest point of our podcast is A, to get people off the couch, and B, if it helps your mental health, keep kicking it.
That's right.
100% keep kicking it.
Yep.
I love the idea of the feedback.
I don't really push for kicking dogs, but give that black dog a fair kick up the
Oh,
freckles.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, we're getting that sort of feedback from multiple people.
Yes.
Our socials, we're trying to still grow them. That fluctuate with people coming and going. We're trying to keep stuff up on there that's relevant. We're also just trying to throw up random stuff here and there, stuff
That's
that we've
it.
seen.
That's it.
It's those places that we've been that other people might not have been, or, just that one little video that could prompt somebody to go, hey, I want to go there.
Get off the couch and go for a walk, even to go for a drive down to Mortimer's with a picnic,
Yeah.
and go for a walk up in the bush and just go, this is something different than the couch or the TV and the same garbage I do every single day.
That's right. And if you're in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, it's a very quick trip.
Well, that's it.
So-
It's only 40 minutes. 30 minutes from Pakenham.
Yeah.
If you can't find Pakenham, then don't leave your house. I think we've talked a little while ago about my daughter Gemma having a little bit of an anxiety issue.
Yep.
Since she's got right into basketball, it's actually taken a massive chunk of that away because she's exerting all that energy that's building up.
I thought you were about to say she's become one of the most aggressive kids on her team and starts throwing elbows.
Far from it. I keep telling her, get into it. And she's like, no, I don't want to get a foul. She gets a foul and she's a bit ashamed. I'm like, dude, you did well.
Yeah.
So, but no, next weekend, next weekend. I can't remember when it is. During the school holidays sometime. We've got like a whole weekend of basketball.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, sweet, I'm going away. Oh, I can't. It's all basketball. Oh, well, I get to yell at everybody then.
That's how it runs. My little daughter wouldn't let me go to netball because I was the dad that would stand there screaming on the sidelines, get out in front, get your arms up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And, I got to the point she was telling me to stop it, or I got shot an evil look from the court. But, you just want to see them do well too, though, don't you?
Well, this is it.
So
whether they win or lose,
take it, that's it.
We've talked many a times about if she wins or loses. I'm like, you know what? The number one here, and it's not a participation medal thing, but she's part of a team.
Yep.
And she's making up that part of the team.
That's right.
And I mean, that's something to be said for mental health as well.
Well, we just had that, our young bloke. So the school did the footy nines. So all the other local schools put a group of 9 people to get towards a footy team.
Okay.
They're playing on a shortened footy oval.
Yep.
My young bloke doesn't really play footy. Since doing this, though, he's wanted to go and train with the local footy club.
Okay.
So they turned up. These kids left they just put everything into trying this.
That's
And
gold.
our school's only small, so we did struggle to fill the team.
Right.
So we had one extra player turn up, and other schools would have 5 or 6 other kids sitting there ready to interchange.
Yeah.
So our team was knackered from the get-go.
Right.
I bribed them all with buying them some fish and chips and a potato cake like halfway through the round robin. But
Yeah.
even though they were getting done every game, we were emphasising, but, that kick was great. That handball you did, you smothered that ball. You're putting up the fight. You're not just laying over and letting them get away with it.
That's it.
And that was the whole thing. And at the end of it, they were all in a big huddle, revving each other up, giving the big speech.
Yeah.
And one of them's like, we never won a game. That doesn't matter. We all got in. We all got stuck in. We had a red-hot crack. And that was it.
That's all that matters.
And that was the big hype up. And there were kids crying on the way home.
Yeah.
But they just put in that much. They were knackered.
Yep.
So
There's nothing worse than all that matters is winning or losing. How much effort they put in is the reward.
it was insane to watch these kids.
Yep.
Yeah. The amount that they were just going for it was insane.
Do you find that there's a lot of things, I'm going to generalise again here, but I was going to say outdoors, that you find just participating actually makes a difference?
It
But
depends the people around you.
my line of thought on that was on hunting.
Yep.
Even if you don't shoot something,
Yep.
it's the journey of the hunt is what the reward is.
I get that grounding. For me, the reward's just being outdoors, in the bush. Rain, hail, shine or freezing cold river.
Yep.
I will still be laughing, smiling, recording, doing all that sort of
Yep.
stuff. It's...
But when I say generalised, I mean like if you go for a day trip with the family,
Yep.
not just you in general, I'm talking everybody,
Anyone,
right?
yep.
If you go out with the family for a day trip with a bit of a walk, if you go out for a hunt and don't shoot anything, anything like that, to me, it's the journey about it, not the end result. Because like you said earlier, with a hunt, it's when you pull the trigger that the work begins.
Yep.
But it's getting there and you glassing and going, look at that magnificent animal. I can't pull the trigger on it, but
I can sit here and
That's
watch him for
phenomenal.
10 minutes and
this is it.
Eat some muesli bars. Yeah.
So if you ball that right back to get off the couch, drive to anywhere, Mortimer's, Upper Yarra Dam, out your way, it's the journey. Murrindindi, head out towards Yea. Even go to Yea and walk up and down the main street of Yea and have a look around.
And even go out to Yea and buy lunch because
Yep.
it's a small town. That cafe probably employs local people. You're putting some money back into a little local economy.
This is it.
And that can go a long way.
And you're
too.
seeing something new. And if you can get into the bakery and go, hey, what's there to look around in this town? What have you just done? You've opened the line of communication. You've put a couple of dollars in for a pie that you've never had before.
Yep.
You've got off the couch. You're not going, oh, I'm doing the same thing every day. Oh, I'm bored. You're actually stepping out of your boundaries and learning something new.
And you get over to Langi State Forest, that ground changes.
Oh, world of difference again.
Yeah. It's a different area. There's mining relics and stuff out that way.
So then you throw, if you want to go fishing, go to the Goulburn River.
Yep.
Fishing opens the doors to a lot more places than hunting does, but I think hunting has a bigger impact.
The money spent in local economies, I don't know. See, I don't know if there's been any studies on that, the hunting side versus the fishing side.
Well, there has
Money
with the
into
duck
locals.
hunting. With the duck hunting, there was.
Duck hunting does
That
does
brings
put
a lot of money into communities.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. And fishing the same. If I go fishing in Eildon, I'm going to go to the bait shop in Eildon and go, hey, mate, where do you recommend? Oh, look, go off next to the wall or go up here or go to...
Pink Tassies in the pondage.
Bingo.
Yep.
Oh, stink, I haven't got any pink Tassies.
Funnily enough, I have a full wall of these.
I'll grab a couple of packs off you, mate, one or two of them, or
Yep.
I'll grab some worms, or I'll grab this. Where do you recommend? And then you walk out and go, oh, hang on, we're at Eildon.
I
There's
don't have
the
a fishing
bakery
licence.
there. Oh, stink, no a fishing license. So this, you're right.
Yeah. But that whole going to the local tackle shop, going to the local bakery.
Yep.
It is investing back into the areas that you're visiting.
This is it. And you're gaining a feel good about that as well.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
actually investing in time out and about.
Yeah.
So where's the negatives?
There is none.
There you go.
Man, the other half went and tried to do the Cathedral Ranges in ridiculous temperatures, and it was too much. So we ended up pulling the pin, for safety's reasons. We pulled the pin back to the car. We were both absolutely knackered.
Yep.
I said to her, all right, well, we're here. Let's drive into Alexandra and go to the pub for dinner, and then we'll go home from there.
That's it.
So we ended up having a rip and feed. I couldn't thank old mate enough for bringing in the constant glasses of cold water for us. But,
Yeah.
you know, it was a great feed. We were absolutely wrecked. We told old mate at the pub that what we just attempted.
Yeah.
And he said it's crazy. He's a local SES volunteer and he's helped conduct many a rescue off of there. And, you know, but...
Thanks, mate.
Thanks. Yeah. But it's that little bit of... We actually had to drive further away to go to the pub, and we invested local.
Yep.
So
And that makes a massive difference for everybody, including yourself.
keeps places open.
I reckon that's about enough for this week, Cam.
All right, mate. You take care.
I think we've loaded this one up.
I think we have.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
Thanks for listening,
Don't forget to like and subscribe on the socials as well.
and we'll catch you next week.
Check on your mates.
Check on your mates.
Cheers all.
Cheers all.